The Philadelphia Eagles faced off against the New York Giants on October 2024 in a highly anticipated matchup that saw Saquon Barkley, the former face of the New York Giants, taking on his old team for the first time since joining the Philadelphia Eagles. Barkley's performance was pivotal in the 28-3 victory, and his contributions both on the ground and less so through the air highlighted the significant impact he had on his new team. Most notably, Barkley did find the end zone in this game, scoring the first his only touchdown to help the Eagles set the tone early. Um, he rushed for 176 yards on only 17 carries. That's 10.4 yards a carry. His longest run of the day was a 55-yard run in the second quarter, which did set up the game's first touchdown. Jalen Hurts did score two other touchdowns, and A.J. Brown caught one in the second quarter off a 41-yard play on fourth down. And this is where we are with the New York Football Giants. And I'm going to talk about them extensively in a future video because this is on General Manager Joe Sheen. Because a couple years ago, when it was time to prioritize who to re-sign to a long-term deal, whether it been Saquon Barkley or Daniel Jones, they chose Daniel Jones. And then they chose to franchise Saquon Barkley. Now, this was the new regime of Joe Sheen and Brian Dable. Because Saquon Barkley was actually drafted the year before Daniel Jones by old GM Dave Gettleman. He was the number 2 overall pick that year out of Penn State. But my thing is, he was easily the best player on the team. A team that really was devoid of talent at the quarterback position and at the wide receiver position. Because remember, Dave Gettleman made some dumb decisions by re-signing Odell Beckham Jr. and then subsequently traded him away for nothing. So when you factor in when the Giants didn't have a quarterback, they didn't have any talent at the wide receiver position, and this is the end result, right? And you have to understand how frustrated Saquon Barkley was during his time at the organization, right? I mean, a lot of the offensive production was at his feet because we couldn't find a way to draft people who can block, couldn't find a way to get a competent quarterback that's going to deliver a ball with accuracy and timing and making good decisions. We can't find a way to get wide receivers that's going to separate from defensive backs, run proper routes, and then catching the ball. It was just a complete shit show in New York. So not only was Saquon Barkley frustrated, but when you're frustrated and not getting paid, well, that's going to leave a bad taste in the player's mouth. And look, in this day and age, right, a player does not have to be following all kinds of unwritten rules or whatever like that, right? Now, we've seen all this player movement throughout the course of history, right? Whether it be in football, basketball, baseball, whatever like that, right? When a guy's an unrestricted free agent, he can go wherever he wants to go. If he wants to sign with the rival team, no, have at it, Hoss, because at the end of the day, it's just pure entertainment, right? But there was a lot of people that was upset at Saquon Barkley for leaving the Giants for the rival Philadelphia Eagles. But if you really want to put the blame on anybody, it should be the Giants GM. Because he bet his stable on the wrong horse. We're going to talk about Daniel Jones here in a future video. But my thing is this. I never liked Daniel Jones. I watched this guy play at Duke. He sucked there. And then another thing that really gets under my skin is, they talk about the running back position, how is a dying position and all that. And yet they want to talk about the age and they want to bring in all these other factors that they were so hesitant in paying him. But yet you brought in Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary ain't no damn Saquon Barkley. Now, Devin Singletary is a competent running back. He's a good running back, but he's not Saquon Barkley. It made me sick. It really got under my skin that to see Saquon Barkley in an Eagles uniform at MetLife Stadium. And yes, I'm biased. I'm a Giants fan. So, yeah, you can understand how this leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But to see that this man went to the stadium yesterday, and then there were fans burning Saquon Barkley's jersey as he was walking to the stadium yesterday. So he got to see Giants fans burn his jersey, and yet he burned their asses down on the field, hitting them for 176 and a touchdown. And then the Eagles won 28-3 because we got an incompetent quarterback on the goddamn field. And then what makes it even worse, he was benched in the fourth quarter because Saquon Barkley had more rushing yards than Daniel Jones had passing yards. Daniel Jones only had 99 passing yards. So how does Saquon Barkley run for almost 200 yards and we got a quarterback that couldn't even pass for 100 yards? Make it make sense. So I'm not even mad at Saquon Barkley, man, you know what I'm saying? Because this is who the Giants should have prioritized, if you ask me. It was a no-brainer. It was a damn no-brainer who the Giants should have prioritized. This is a classic case of not realizing what you had till it's gone. You guys let me know what y'all think about this, man. If you're not subscribing to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Ho!